Morning guys, we're watching cockfighting on TV here. Yes. Jesse, morning.
Hey.
Jesse is an enthusiast. You have many cocks, Jesse?
Yes.
How many cocks you have?
5 cocks.
5 cocks. When are they fighting? Next week?
Yes, next week.
Next week, okay. We're gonna go on. I want to film them, okay?
Okay.
5 cocks. Maybe all 5 win.
5 win.
We drink
Emperador brandy.
Emperador brandy, hot shot brandy, very nice. I'm gonna take some brandy here in my coffee, guys. There's some cream and now I add a little bit of brandy. It's really beautiful. The smell is so good. So good. This is the best drink ever in the history of the world. Okay, I'm gonna go up here. Everybody is relaxing. Jesse, okay, see you later, Jesse. Enjoy. Who's gonna win, Meron or Meron? Voila. Okay, voila. I say Meron, okay? Eh? Voila. Voila is the winner. Okay, cat. No. No more money, no more honey. No more money, only honey. Okay. Wow, man. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go upstairs, find a quiet spot so I can. Wait. Can I turn down the sound a little bit? Turn down the sound a little bit. Quite loud. So we'll go upstairs. Voila or Meron? Voila or Meron?
Yes.
I think it's voila. Voila is mayo. Nilch. Zilch. Nilch or zilch. Hey, oh, the ladies are very busy here. Good girls. Morning, Laura.
Morning.
What are you doing, Laura? Oh, you're gonna put in our new. Did you see our new rack? Oh yeah, we're gonna stack in the new rack. Stack in the new rack. Stack it in the new rack. That's great. Okay, you girls like stacking. Yeah, like stacking. They are very stacked. They're stacking. They are stacked. Stacked ladies. Okay, let me go upstairs here. Oh, here's another one. Morning. What are you doing? Why are you going to help your grandma? Are you going to help or what? I'm going to sit upstairs, Olive. Sit upstairs now, okay? Drink my coffee and my brandy. We're upstairs here. Wow, it looks nice here. Little flower bouquet. Bouquet or bouquet now? Fuck, my French is so terrible. Guys, if you have any suggestions about my English, always correct. Always correct. Bouquet or bouquet, I'm not even sure. Not French or English speaking, neither French nor English. Neither French nor English speaking. I like that. Neither French nor English. Okay. Whew, it's fucking hot now. The coffee and the brandy. Coffee and the brandy, man. Whew. I can feel it. And we don't have a fan up here. We have to install a fan outside here. People can park. Let me sit down on this chair. Okay guys, today I'm going to talk about whether or not Mr. Duterte Harry, the president of the Philippines, by the way, if you don't know who he is, whether he is Duterte a new Mandela for the new Philippines. Okay, these are actually different questions, but I think this is going to be my first program discussing about the possible link between Mr. Mandela and Mr. Duterte and the link between the new South Africa and the new Philippines. Okay, these are all very moot points. Moot or moot? Moot. I think it's moot. M-O-O-T. Come on guys, most of you speak English as a first language, as a mother tongue. You are born and bred to speak English. Please correct my English, okay? Each time I ask you, I expect somebody to say, okay Frank, it's moot or not moot. Moot or moot? Okay, anyway, like foot and food, right? It's called, where do you put the emphasis? Emphasis, okay? Okay guys, so here's my little 5 cents, or is it 2 cents now, or 10 cents on Mr. Duterte. And his link to, you see, okay, I was born, funny enough. Now, the country that I was born in reality doesn't exist anymore. And actually the place that I was born in is called the Orange Free State. The Orange Free State. Now the old joke goes, there are no oranges, nothing is free. Everything is in a hell of a state. The Orange Free State. Why do the Free State boys go and join the army? Why do they love to join the army? So that they can have long hair and wear fucking shoes. You get it? Okay. So it's a very I'm not going to call it backwards. People say, oh, people are very proud to say that they were born in the Free State. That shows how far they have come, even they were born with a handicap. That's fucking bullshit, okay? Free State's a great place, great place. It was a great country. It was, in its heyday, it was an independent country, right? Considered to be a model society and a model country. Very well run, very well organized, no corruption, nothing. That was back in the 18th century, until we got in war with the fucking British, and the Free Staters, like myself, my ancestors were very well known as the bitter enders. They would fight to the bitter end. General Christian de Wet, very famous Boer general, de Wet, and the president at that time was MT, Martinez Tienes Steyn. These guys were hard fucking core fighters, and there were some of the Vet is considered to be the greatest guerrilla leader ever in the history of the world. Go and check that out, guys. Christian de Vet from the Orange Free State, fighting the British. The Orange Free State was fucking totally torched under the scorched earth policy of the British. Each and every animal was killed. Farm animal, each and every farm was blown up with dynamite. All the Boer women and children, the Free State women and children, were herded into concentration camps where fucking tens of thousands of them were died like flies, okay, while the men were fighting. So this is the place I was born, the Orange Free State, which became part of the Union of South Africa. Now the Union of South Africa lasted until 1961. 1961, the Union became the Republic of South Africa with its apartheid policies. Apartheid, which means separation of races, according to racial lines, colors. It was based on your, not on ability, not on anything, on morality. It was based on color. How fucking sick is that? My best friend was black, but we couldn't go in the same bus. Even when we walked down the street together, like side by side, people would shout at us insults, and even we got into fights several times because of that. Because even walking together with a black person in the street was very frowned upon. It was that's how sick the society was in South Africa, where I was born and grew up in. Now, then what happened was that Nelson Mandela was released in 1991 and became president in 1994. In 1994, I was in Taiwan, and I actually watched the release of Mr. Mandela on TV. I think it was CNN. It was I was sitting in my friend's room there in Changhua. Hey, Marcus, are you watching? Come over here, dude. Marcus, the guy I just mentioned, I will tell you more about him later. He's the best photographer I've ever met. Fucking amazing. Marcus, don't fuck around, dude. Coffee and brandy. Very good. Emperador, man. So yeah, now, okay, immediately people will say, oh, no. Dude, Mr. Duterte is nothing like Mr. Mandela, which is true, of course. I mean, Mr. Duterte didn't go to prison for 27 years, but he was a mayor of Davao City for about 27 years, when Davao was going through a very similar to apartheid, very much in a period of upheaval, infested by criminals and gangs and separatists and terrorists and so on, right? So the environment was also very unstable. That Mr. Duterte was while he was a mayor of Davao. In that way, you can link it a little bit to the 27 years that Mandela was in prison while under apartheid, okay, where South Africa was in huge upheaval. I mean, the whole country, was militarized. I was in the army. Everybody all the white boys had to join the army. And then we were actually fighting three different wars. There was, of course, the internal struggle. They call it the struggle. which was basically a civil war, which consists of riots and boycotts and also terrorist, what's nowadays called terrorist attacks or sabotage. Okay, then externally we were fighting the war in Namibia. Namibia was another territory of South Africa under administration. It was called actually Southwest Africa. So 100 years ago, it was a German colony until 1918, until 1916 or 1914. We kicked the Germans out of Südwest Africa. That was German, Deutsche Südwest Africa, German Southwest Africa. But now, and then we called it Southwest Africa. The guerrillas called it Namibia, and there was a guerrilla war going on there, counterinsurgency. And across the border was Angola, which had another massive war, which was part of the struggles of the Cold War, part of the Vietnam era. It started in the Vietnam era. The Russians and the East Europeans and the Cubans came in by the fucking hundreds of thousands, and they pumped in billions of dollars of weapons in there, very high-tech weapons as well. So the South African army was fighting basically a conventional war as well. So conventional war, counterinsurgency war, and a civil war. All three were raging at the same time while I was growing up, even when I was in the army. So I spent some time there in Angola and Namibia. Angola not so much, thank God. I only did a couple of incursions for recce, for reconnaissance, but while I got lost with a single armored car. Can you fucking believe it? Okay, anyway. Let's go on. Now, Mr. Duterte, I met one of his very good friends, close friends, Attorney Togonon there in Davao. They invited me before the election for breakfast. I had a good discussion. I was very impressed because they seemed to be incorruptible, anti-corruption, and that was very impressive. So, and I'm still, so from the first moment I had anything to do with Mr. Duterte and his movement, I've been very impressed with them, okay, because they're incorruptible, they're straight shooters, anti-drugs, anti-smoking, all of the good things, in fact, pro-business, pro-liberation of economy, anti-corruption. Okay, that's number one, okay, great. So about a year ago, Mr. Duterte came into power, and we have seen massive changes, massive, in this little area. Just here in a very remotest area of the Philippines, we are seeing big changes. New roads are being constructed as we speak. The broadband cable has already reached here, but we haven't switched on yet, but it's already past our town. We've seen all kinds of investment in infrastructure, which is really amazing. Consider that 5 years ago when I arrived here in this town, I couldn't even fucking use my ATM card. I had to go to Butuan, 3-4 hours away by bus. 4 hours on a bus to use my ATM card. Now we have ATMs right here. So development has been very fast, and it's been speeded up hugely since Mr. Mandela came, Mr. Duterte, the Filipino Mandela. I will call him the Filipino Mandela. Great man. And I can see so a lot remains to be done, guys. A hell of a lot. Okay, this is just the first year he did. He tried to really crack the whip, as we all know, but he faces massive opposition. You know, 100 years of entrenched corruption. 100 years of entrenched corruption. Billions of dollars of drug money, corrupt money up against him to bring him down. Just like in the U.S., just like in all the Western countries, drug money, corrupt money. Big businesses, which is corrupt money, right? Banks, all that shit. But the good thing is that Mr. Duterte is fucking a mean machine. A mean machine. He's the only one that can ever make a dent in this fucking huge mountain of corruption and drug dealing and, well, it's all together. Let's just call it corruption, okay? He's the only one that has any hope to make any fucking dent whatsoever, you know? The corruption is unimaginable, guys. It's unimaginable, okay? So, and it's up to all of you Filipinos. Pinoy Pride, okay? Pinoy Power. Come on, guys. You gotta fucking do it for Duterte and for yourselves, for your own future. Let the Philippines become like a new Singapore when it comes to administration. Clean up this country, guys. Come on. Clean up the fucking garbage. Stop the pollution. Stop the plastic bags and the smoking. Fuck that shit. Come on. Stop it, okay? Become the country of your dreams. Of your dreams, okay? And you can see it in Davao. It's possible. Davao City under Mr. Duterte is a city that's very well run with a lot of civic pride. The people have a lot of pride to be Davao in citizens, okay? And that should be spread out all over Mindanao, all over the Philippines. Be proud, okay? So this is my first little talk about Mr. Duterte, and next time we're gonna have more pertinent discussions about realistic measures that he could take, and we as supporters, what we can do to support Mr. Duterte and to see the new Philippines. Like, I was born in an old country that's gone. The flag is gone. The anthem is gone. The place I was born, the names are gone. The Orange Free State is now the Free State only. Okay, so we need massive changes here in the Philippines, guys, and it's very possible, and everybody wants it. Let's fucking make it come true. Pinoy Power, yeah. Mabuhay.